I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Joel Higginbotham. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's a beautiful day. Church this morning, so relaxed this afternoon. So it's been a good day.
That's good. That's great to hear, my friend. Well, tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
You can probably tell from my accent I'm from the South, but I live in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, sweet, sweet. Now, Joe, before I ask this question, I must say, right, like, we know each other, right? We need to let the amazing audience know that we know each other, right? But
Yeah,
I've never had the opportunity to ask you these questions, which means I'll get to know you a bit more, right?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, probably more than you want, maybe.
Oh, so let's do this. So, which of your talents do you believe is responsible for us connecting at this time?
I don't know if it's a talent, but I guess my desire for like personal development, reaching goals, and that kind of thing. Because that's how I met Jamie, who connected us. I met him on a cruise, Dan Miller cruise that does 48 days to the work you love. Because my wife and I were just, wanting to achieve goals and be around people that thought the same as us. And so that's how we met Jamie, and then he connected you and I together. So I guess just my desire to progress and reach goals and constantly develop.
Okay, that's intriguing. Has that been something that you've always been doing, or is it something that occurred recently?
I've always kind of been like that. I think I may have picked that up from my mom. She always read like Norman Vincent Peale books and things like that. So, gosh, I even remember I was telling my wife the other day that I listened to like Tony Robbins cassettes that mom had, even like in high school. Of
Wow.
course, my friends made fun of me, so I didn't tell them anymore.
Yeah, I think like in the personal development space, it's only really becoming popular, isn't it? But
Yeah,
before you were a geek to be looking at that, right? It's like,
it
yeah,
definitely wasn't cool to be talking about that kind of stuff,
exactly.
back in
It's
the 80s.
exactly. It caught on, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it sure did. It sure did. So you learned this from your mom. Now that you are seeing the value of it, why will you continue to repeat the skill that increasing or even just being a better you? Why will you continue repeating that skill?
Um, I just feel like if you're not going forward, then you're really going backward. I don't think it's really tough to stay. I don't really think you ever stay static. I think you're either increasing or decreasing. So I feel like I really need to keep doing the personal development just so I will not go backward.
Yeah, sounds great. Sounds great. Now, Joe, you do an amazing business, right? That
Yes.
you've been doing for quite a bit now. Please tell us a bit more of what you do, please.
I sell on Amazon FBA. I'm not sure if people know exactly what that is. It's basically a third party seller on Amazon. The Usually when people see somebody that has a Prime when they're on Amazon, that's usually somebody like me. I send everything into Amazon, and then Amazon ships it to the customer, handles all the customer service, and they charge a percentage of the sale to handle that aspect of it. But then I don't have to handle the customer service and the shipping. So that's what I do on the side.
Yeah.
I want to grow it, but that's kind of what I'm doing on the side right now.
And what's one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years?
I would just say, um, just doing entrepreneur activities constantly, looking for opportunities and things like that. I've always had a thirst for entrepreneurialism, and so I've just always just pursued entrepreneur activities. Gosh, even more than the past 3 years, but I've definitely done that consistently.
Yeah, I know in your bio you said since you were seven, right? Like you
Uh,
jumped out when you were seven, right? With the hog wild sale.
yes, yes. I don't know why that always sticks out to me. I always remember that memory.
Yeah, share with us. Share the story with us.
I said seven. I don't know how. I may have been younger than that, but as a kid, I remember watching television commercials. Some car dealerships, they always do those weird sales and stuff. And this one came on and said they were doing a hog wild sale. like they were slashing prices or whatever. So it inspired me. So when I've got three older brothers, the oldest one was in the Navy at the time, but the other two, I went into their room and just announced like, "Hey, I'm having a hog wild sale in minutes." So after I just sold like pencils and my furniture, everything in my just so I could have a little extra money. Even I learned a lot though, because one of my brothers, cheated me out of something because you just have to know this brother, but he made a contract in cursive that I couldn't read and made me. He said, if I buy this one chair for 50 cents, I get the second one for free. So I was fine when he took the first chair. When he came back for the second one, I'm like, hey, what do you? No, you only get one. It's like, no, you signed a contract. I'm taking the chair.
So,
read the fine print.
how does it make you feel? How does entrepreneurship make you feel after all of these years?
It makes me feel alive, honestly. It's just something about just being able to have something on your own that, whether something works out at my job or not, that I've got something that on my own that I can count on.
Yeah. I think there's a product that you sell that I think the amazing audience is really going to be amazed by. Tell us about the birthday celebration that you ensure our pets get, please.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I sell it's a dog birthday kit that I sell. It's just different variations of it, but it's a pan in the shape of a bone, cake mix. It's like basically just like Betty Crocker, but it's for dogs, and then also have like candles, and then one of the variations has balloons and stuff in it, and I don't know, it's fun. It's fun. People love celebrating with their dogs, and it's cool. It's cool for me to be able to sell it.
Yeah. Well, if I needed to find that on Amazon, what was the best thing for me to type in?
I would type in Higginbotham.
Okay.
Happybotham. It's basically happy, and then the last part of my last name. But we have different pet products and stuff. So I just search Amazon for that, and it'll pull up all our different products.
Love it. Well, amazing audience. Again, we are live with Joel Higginbotham, and you can definitely connect with him. Check out the Higginbotham products. Amazing stuff. Believe me, I think his personality definitely shines out in what he creates. Yeah, which is it brings joy. It brings joy. Well, Joe, let's switch gears for a moment now. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water.
Yes.
Joe, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Gosh, my earliest memory, for some reason, I remember like in kindergarten, like the teacher going out of the room and me going and kissing the girls and getting in trouble.
Are you serious?
I don't know why I remember that.
So you're around the age of what, 5, 6?
5,
Yeah.
probably 5. Yeah.
Why do you think this memory is so clear?
I don't know. It's not my personality to be like that, but it was. I don't know. Maybe because I got in trouble because I'm not the kind of kid that liked getting in trouble or got in trouble much. So maybe that's why I remembered it. Because I remember getting like a ruler, getting my hand slapped with a ruler for that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Yes.
Yeah. Love hurts.
It does.
Yeah, most definitely. It's
I heard a song about that one time.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It definitely does.
If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
I'd have to say "Word Up" by Cameo.
Yeah. It's like, word up. Why am I getting licks, right? For kissing the girls?
Exactly.
Yeah, this Joe is on music. Well, Joe, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Yes, absolutely.
Joel, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
I've tried to find somebody, honestly, Angel, like 4 or 5 people, but nobody seems to be interested that much in learning the Amazon stuff.
I know there's someone coming along pretty soon, right?
Yes.
No, are you married?
I am married, yes, sir.
Do you have children?
One on the way, dude.
Yeah.
So
That's great. That's
our
great.
first child, so we're excited.
Yeah, congratulations, my friend. Do you believe in God?
I do, absolutely.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
I've got some guys here that I get together with once a month, and also have you and a group that we get together once a week
Yeah.
and discuss goals and things.
Fun stuff, fun stuff. Do
Yes.
you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No,
How about 3 hours a week?
only on football Saturday. That's the only time I watch football. I mean, only time I watch TV is on football Saturday.
All right. And what about screen time? The phone and the computer, is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
I would say more than 8.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
look at my computer all day at work, and then when I come home, I'm on the computer at least another 2 or 3 hours.
Well, Joe, after 1001 conversations in 3 months in 2016, I came up with this workbook, the name of it being called Yours. It stands for Your Own Unique Real Self. The idea is you answer questions. Well, you know all about this, right? I would like to know if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents you. What would you say that is?
For me, just developing an entrepreneur lifestyle that produces enough income for me and my wife and our family to be able to travel the world and then impact the causes that we believe in, then to help and inspire others to do the same thing.
Love it. Hey, Joe, this has been a great pleasure, just as I expected. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Oh gosh, just that for me, the greatest help for me was like not giving up on my dreams. We went on that cruise. There was a successful businessman that someone had asked, I've been trying this for a year. Is it too early to quit? And he said to give something at least 2 years where you decide to throw in the towel. So for me, it was between that year and 2 year mark that our business has really started to pick up. So for me, that was helpful advice. So I wanted to pass that along.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Joel Higginbotham, again, great pleasure, my friend. Look forward to meeting soon again. Thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
All right, thanks, Angel. Enjoyed it.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.